first for the visitors from United International. Number 5, Nick Gravely. Number 10, Santiago Insaurralde. Number 13, Seth Jones. Number 1, Caleb Jones. And number 21, Artem Sorokin. And now the starting lineup for the Lakers of Roosevelt University. At one guard, a junior, number 2, Forte Prater. And the other guard spot, graduate student number 3, Maurice Commander. At 4, graduate student number 4, Malcolm Council. At another forward, sophomore number 22, Julio Montes II. And in the middle, graduate student number 23, Joey Mitchell.
Hello from Joliet, Illinois. Welcome to Game 2 of today's doubleheader in the USF Thanksgiving Classic. Terry Bonadonna with you on the play-by-play for today's matchup between the Lakers of Roosevelt and the Eagle Rays of United International, who have made the trip up from Florida for today's contest. First game of today went to overtime, so we've got some late-night hoops here at the Sullivan Center as we get set to start game number 2. Julio Montes at center court, ready for the opening tip against Seth Joseph, and Roosevelt concedes it to the Eagle Rays. UIC wearing maroon. They go from left to right for the first half of today's game. The Lakers are in white, the home team on the scoreboard, going from right to left. Caleb Jones has it poked away, gets it back. Jones across half court with 11 to shoot. All the way in, lays it up and in. How about Caleb Jones getting the scoring started today with a nice layup. 2-0 United International. Now they put on a full court press as 40 Prater gives it up to Julio Montes, and Montes gets it across half court. Prater, Montes, Cody Mitchell, Malcolm Townsell, and Maurice Commander are the starting 5 for Roosevelt today. This is Prater dishing it outside, working around the perimeter. Maurice Commander gives it up to Malcolm Townsell. Townsell drives and finishes at the rim. We're tied at 2. Starters for the Eagle Rays: Nick Gravely, Seth Joseph, Caleb Jones, Artem Sorokin, and Santiago Insaurralde. This is Jones driving and kicking it outside. Seth Joseph for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to 40 Prater. Prater all the way inside, going strong off the backboard and in. Nice drive by 40 Prater, going end to end. 4 straight for the Lakers as they have captured their first lead of this young game, just 90 seconds into it. Here's Insaurralde. Santiago Insaurralde backs it up, looks to his left and finds Caleb Jones there. Shot clock is under 10 for the Eagle Rays. 3-point attempt, Sorokin misses short. And the rebound goes to the Lakers. Montes runs right into Nick Gravely, and Gravely is called for the foul for stepping up into his way. 1 minute, 52 seconds into the action. 4-2, Roosevelt has the lead. Lakers, a local team. They come down from downtown Chicago. The Eagle Rays have come all the way up from Florida for today's contest, and tomorrow's as well. They'll take on the host, St. Francis, tomorrow afternoon. Here's Julio Montes handing it off. They work it around quickly. Good ball movement here from the Lakers. Pass inside to Cody Mitchell is intercepted. Nick Gravely takes it the other way. Bounced ahead to Insaurralde, and Insaurralde ties the score at 4. quickly on the other end. It's Mitchell laying it in off the feed from Maurice Commander. Roosevelt took advantage of the aggressive UIC defense. They were able to break it across half court quickly, and now a travel called as Seth Joseph took a step. And the Eagle Rays turn it over, 17:33 to play first half. It's a 2-point game. UIC puts on the full court press again. Roosevelt has had no problems with it up to this point. Commander walks it across half court. Now Commander drives and kicks down into the corner. Prater for three, short. Offensive rebound, Cody Mitchell. One bounce, Mitchell takes it right back up and scores. Cody Mitchell has the last four for Roosevelt. And they are doubling up United International. No more. Nice drive and a good strong finish by Seth Joseph, twisting his body in the lane to lay that in for 2 points. 8-6 our score. Offense has been plentiful early. Julio Montez hasn't gotten going yet though, and now he does. A nice mid-range jumper from Montez. 18 points per game coming in. He is Roosevelt's leader. He's got his first two tonight. Here's Inceralde spinning into the paint. Back outside, Jones for three, no good. Short on the jumper from Caleb Jones. Inceralde gets the rebound but misses from right underneath. This time Cody Mitchell comes down with it and works it ahead. Out across half court, it's Commander. Commander drives on Sorokin, step back jumper misses. Rebound UIC. And Jonathan Hevia, their head coach, wants to run. Eagle Rays have only one gear. They do not slow down. Jones blocked on his way to the basket. Prater got his hand on it. Coming the other way, it's Malcolm Townsend down to the corner. Montez for three, rims out. Rebound Inceralde, and again UIC runs. Slowed down a little bit this time as Roosevelt got back in defensive position. No subs for either side just yet, although as I say that, see somebody just hopped up off the Roosevelt bench and head to the scorer's table. Here's Jones, he's stuck. Bounces to Gravely, cutting the rim, and Gravely pulls the Eagle Rays within two. Good ball movement by UIC there. It's 10-8. Roosevelt slows it down a tad. Montez to his left. Montez drives all the way in. Reverse layup. Got it with the right hand. I will say that Roosevelt slows it down is not something you'll hear all that often. This team likes to run as well. This game's been operating at a breakneck pace so far. Gravely fires a quick three, too strong. Rebounded by Prater. Prater takes it across half court all the way to the free throw line, misses the runner. Offensive rebound, Mitchell puts it in and draws the foul. Second chance bucket for Cody Mitchell. Second time he's done that in this first half. He's got 6 points already and a chance to make it 7 as he heads to the line. David Swedura checks in for Roosevelt. As Maurice Commander heads out, they've got Sangale Ng waiting to check in as well. Presumably he'll come on for the shooter if this one goes in. It does. So Mitchell carries his 7 points off to the bench. Sangale Ng checks in. 15-8. Roosevelt has the early lead. We're just over 5 minutes in. United International has made a substitution as well. Samuel Swolf has checked in. He's the one with the ball right now. Jordan Washington has popped up off the bench as well for the Eagle Rays. This is Washington for three. Off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Seth Joseph, second chance. Turnaround misses. And the rebound is grabbed by Swedura. Swedura fires off to Ng on his left. He loses the ball, just barely is able to keep it in bounds. High pressure defense from UIC. They're able to break it all the way inside. Thrown down by Prater. Beautiful drive by 40 Prater. 17-8, now the biggest lead of the game for Roosevelt. Joseph on the outside holds. Gets the screen to his left. Gives it up to Sorokin. Artem Sorokin for three. Side of the rim, it bounces out. Out of bounds. Roosevelt basketball already leading by 9, and a timeout is called by UIC. 13:49 to play in the first half. Good start to this one for the Eagle Rays, but they have gone cold. They're settling for a lot of outside shots. Roosevelt is not. They've done a good job of getting the ball inside and getting themselves some clean looks. The Lakers are off and running, a team that is not currently ranked in the NAIA poll, but they received some votes in the last ranking, and they're hoping that they receive a few more votes, get into the top 25 with a few more wins this weekend. This is a team that likes to get out and move. They scored 90 or more points in 3 of their first 4 games. Their offense has been slowed down the last few, held to an average of 62 in their last 2 contests, one of which was their only loss of the season. But after a slow start against Holy Cross on Tuesday, they've been able to pick it up. They came on strong at the end of that game, and now they have started this one strong as well. Already 17 points on the board after just 6 minutes and some change. And it is their ball coming out of the timeout. David Swidora will inbound. UIC keeps that full court pressure defense on, but the Lakers are able to beat it. Julio Montez going one-on-one with Jordan Washington, gets across half court. Montez drives from the right side, bloops it out into the corner, deflected out of bounds by Samuel Swolf. .16 to shoot for the Lakers, still their possession. Montez will be the inbounder. Sent in for Daniel Reed, right back into the corner for Julio Montez. Montez crosses over to his left, hasn't been able to shake the defender, finally fires into the corner, and the three-pointer is no good from Malcolm Townsell. Artem Sorokin fights his way inside and draws the foul. Foul was on the floor. So it stays with the Eagle Rays. Inbounded to Sorokin. Sorokin is blocked. Big block from Malcolm Townsell. Here's Ng on the other end, lays it up and in, and a foul. Defense turns into offense for Roosevelt with 13:08 to play in the first half. Now an 11-point game. A 9-0 run for Roosevelt after a back-and-forth start. Sean Phillips checks in for UIC, and Kenny Acree, or Kanai rather, Kanai Acree is in for Roosevelt. Free throw no good, and so it's just a 2-point play for NG. 19-8 is our score. Long drought for United International College. Trying to get back on the board here. This is Swolf bouncing it and intercepted by Swidora. He was trying to find Sean Phillips cutting to the rim. Didn't get him. Ball knocked loose. Nearly taken away, but knocked out of bounds. That was last touched by the Lakers. So it is a turnover forced by the Eagle Rays. And with 12:43 on the clock, they get the ball back. Got a feeling the way that UIC plays that turnovers might be a common occurrence in this game. Going both ways. A little bit out of control on offense, but they force the opposing offense to play out of their comfort zone as well. Inceralde passes to his left. This is Sean Phillips Jr. Hand off to Caleb Jones. Jones cuts in, now cuts back and scores from the outside. A long 2. His foot was on the line. That snaps a 9-0 run and ends a drought for UIC. They are within 9 points. Here's Enzi with a fake step back jumper. Got it to go. Pretty stroke from Sangale Enji. Jones scored on the last possession, trying to make it 2 in a row, spinning into the lane, and he rolls that one in. Beautiful shot from Caleb Jones. He's got the last 4 for UIC. This is Acree from the corner, works his way in, now kicked across court. Swedora blocked but fouled by Sean Phillips Jr. 11:40 on the clock, first half, 9-point lead Roosevelt. They've been ahead by double digits a couple of times. 11 was their biggest lead of the game, and they're trying to match that here from the free throw stripe. Daniel Swedora taking the shots. David Swedora, rather. Swedora this season, 4 of 6 from the line. Scores about 6 points per game for the Lakers. And his first one is good. 22-12, the lead is back to double figures for the Lakers. Roosevelt picked up a win on Tuesday over Holy Cross. That was their first conference game of the season. So they're 1-0 in the CCAC. Now back to non-conference play over the Thanksgiving weekend today and tomorrow, going head-to-head with teams from Florida as Swedora makes both free throws. Caleb Jones passing to his right. Insuralde working against Commander. Insuralde fights his way inside and walks. Traveling violation against UIC. 11:22 to play in the half. Again, they'll try to make things difficult for Roosevelt. Nice work by Commander and Swedora, getting the ball in with no problems. And across half court, Swedora out to Ng. Sangale Ng, jump stop in the paint. He's fouled for a second time, and he's going back to the line. Sangale Ng, 4 of 7 from the free throw line this year. That includes 1 miss just a couple minutes ago. 5 fouls already committed by United International today. Roosevelt has committed only 1. Sangale's Ng's first free throw misses. We got one more. 11:11 to play in the first half. Second shot misses, so he's 1 of 2 on this trip. 1 of 3 for the game now from the line. Here's Jones for the Eagle Rays. Jones passes off to Insuralde. Far from the basket, haven't made a move yet. Half the shot clock is gone. Down to the corner, Sean Phillips for 3, no good. A rebound grab by David Swedora, who's been very active in just a few short minutes today, but active in the wrong way there as he loses the ball, stripped by Caleb Jones. Fired ahead for Insuralde, got caught underneath the basket, not able to finish there. Good defense from Roosevelt, and the Lakers come away with it. Swedora, beautiful bounce pass, and Sangale Ng finishes it off. Great ball work between those two, Swedora and Ng, and a beautiful 2 points for Roosevelt. 13-point game. Caleb Jones, long 2, good. Jones has been good from the outside, but that's the second time he's hit one with his foot on the line. He's inches away from a couple of 3-pointers, but they've both been for 2. He's trying to keep his team in the game. He has scored the last 6 for UIC. Swedora for 3, short. UIC lets it go out of bounds. Halfway through the first period here, it's 25-14. Roosevelt in the lead, on pace for a 100-point performance today. They have done that once this year. Long way to go in this one. We're 1/4 of the way through, and they're at 25, so it was easy math in that one circumstance. Caleb Jones, step back, another long 2, and another good basket from Caleb Jones. That's the 3rd time he's hit one with his foot on the line. A little bit better spatial awareness. He's got 3 more points on the board. Instead, he has scored the last 8. Drive from Montez, no good, with a good challenge from the Eagle Rays. Step back 3-pointer, Jordan Washington, short. Rebound Montez. And D. Brown wants Roosevelt to run. UIC's defense got back. So Roosevelt slows it down. Here's Reed. Daniel Reed drives from the wing. A leaner from Reed. Hits the rim, doesn't go, and an over-the-back foul is called on NG. Second foul called against Roosevelt. 25-16 our score, 9 minutes to play, and a couple of starters return to action for Roosevelt. Forty Prater is back in, along with Cody Mitchell, who got off to a hot start, 7 points in the first couple of minutes before he sat down. The last 8 points for United International have come from Caleb Jones. Jones is currently on the bench. Can somebody else step up? Washington gives it out to Inceraldi. Inceraldi spins to the free throw line, throws it up off the backboard and out of bounds. He was looking for Sean Phillips, but the pass was off the mark. And it hit the backboard, which made it uncatchable really for any Eagle Ray. It's a turnover. David Leas guards the ball. They're able to get it in over him to Maurice Commander. Commander, appropriately enough, leads the offense here for Roosevelt. Fired to the right. It's a drive from Prater. Prater inside, no. Mitchell with the follow misses as well. And then Inceraldi comes away with it. Cross court, Jordan Washington. Washington drives down the middle, kicked outside. It's Nick Gravely with the shot clock down to 12. Leas crosses over around Townsell and draws the foul. Malcolm Townsell got beat on the floor, so he, trailing on the play, came back and got Leas in the air. And David Leas will go to the line for 2 shots. 25-16. It's been a long while since anybody other than Caleb Jones has scored for the Eagle Rays. See if that changes here. Not on the first shot. One more coming from Leas. This one's good. 25-17. It's an 8-point game with just over 8 minutes to play before halftime. Roosevelt beats the trap. And it's Montez walking it to the three-point line, pulling back outside. Letting things get set up. He drives to his right. Takes it right into Phillips and scores over him. Sean Phillips had good defense, but Montez's offense was just a little bit better. Julio Montez for 2. 10-point game again. Inceraldi trying to cut it to single digits. Misses the runner. Rebound is blocked by Mitchell. After Phillips had grabbed it, went right back up. Cody Mitchell turned him away. Roosevelt on the other end. It's Maurice Commander passing outside. Montez. Montez crosses over. Drives, works his way inside, and a jump ball is called as Inceraldi got his hand in there. Possession arrow favors Roosevelt, so the ball will stay right where it is. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Montez inbounds it quickly. Commander, a jump shot misses. Rebound tipped into the hands of Jordan Washington. Washington running for the Eagle Rays. Swung around to the left side, Sorokin. Back out with the shot clock under 20. Drive from David Leas, spins in the air and off balance. This is off the glass. There's an interception from Prater. Prater all the way to the other side, throws it down with the right hand. 40 Prater gets the steal and the basket. 12-point lead, Roosevelt. Gravely sends it outside to Phillips. Cross court, it's Gravely again. Here's Sorokin turning to face the basket. Sorokin working against the smaller Commander, gets the shot and a foul. Nice job by Artem Sorokin, the sophomore from Russia. Taking advantage of a little bit of a size mismatch there, getting himself to the line. Sean Phillips Jr. checks out. Seth Joseph back in for UIC. Sorokin's free throw is good, so it's a three-point play for Sorokin. And credit to the Eagle Rays. Back and forth early, it looked like Roosevelt was set to pull away. It was 19-8. And since then, United International has outplayed Roosevelt. At least they've outscored them. Ball loose on the floor. Townsell lost it on his dribble, but he keeps it alive out to Montez. Jumper for two, off the rim, no good. Sorted out the net anyway. Here's 40 Prater. Prater streaks through and lays it in around two defenders. 40 Prater's been impressive in the first half today. Thrown away by Seth Joseph, and it's Prater again, waiting on the other end for the pass. He lays it in. Sloppy pass from Joseph set it up, and all of a sudden Roosevelt is up by 13, just after I said that UIC had been outscoring them. Sorokin spins in, no good. They had gone on a stretch where they had outscored them 12-10, so it's not as though they were really getting themselves back into it, pushing Roosevelt to the brink, but they had been playing well, and now 4 quick ones from the Lakers. They're trying to make it 6 or 7 quick ones here as Maurice Commander dribbles it up to the three-point line, guarded by Sorokin. Into the corner, Prater for three. A little bit short, rebounded by Mitchell. Mitchell back up with the right hand, no. Rebound Gravely. Just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Eagle Rays have the ball, down by 13. And a foul is called on Prater reaching in. 5:03 to play in the half. A couple of subs coming in for Roosevelt. And a timeout called as well. Just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. And we have got a 13-point game. Roosevelt has led most of the way. United International came out hot, hitting on a couple of shots early. Played them neck and neck for the first few minutes. Roosevelt went on a little run, built up a lead. They were up 19-8 after going on a 9-0 run. And United International fought back again. They didn't get exactly close from that point on, but they kept it right around that 9-point mark for the next 10 minutes or so. And Roosevelt has scored the last 4, just starting perhaps to assert themselves a little bit as they look to pull away. A lot of basketball still to be played here in this one, though. United International traveled to the Chicago area with just 10 players. So they have only 10 active. We've seen 9 of them so far today, and this is a team that plays at a breakneck speed. They pressure you defensively. They try to run a lot on offense. Roosevelt's been up to the task. This is a team that is not exactly in bad condition. They run as much as they can as well, scoring over 80 points per game so far this year. On pace for more of the same today, although they have slowed down over the last several minutes. Still have a double-digit lead. Gravely passes off to Inceraldi. This is Jones in to Ceraldi in the post. Inceraldi back outside. Three-point attempt is well off from Seth Joseph, and the rebound is grabbed by the Lakers. Jones knocks it away from Swedora. Ahead for Sorokin, blocked from behind by NG, and knocked out of bounds by Roosevelt. Quite a sequence there. A steal for the Eagle Rays, and then a block for the Lakers. Forty Prater was playing really well going into that timeout. Checked out for a minute, but he's back on the floor after just a 30-second break. Jones lobs it into Inceraldi. One dribble. Inceraldi back up. No. Fighting for the rebound. Inceraldi comes away with it. And he's fouled. So the shot's not falling right now for Santiago Inceraldi. But he has been very active inside. He gets himself to the free throw line here. The referees are not on the same page. One of the officials said on the floor. The other said on the shot. It is going to be 2 free throws for Inceraldi. The foul was called on 40 Prater. Santiago Inceraldi misses the first free throw. One more shot. He missed them both. Rebound deflected into the hands of Julio Montes. Ahead for Swedora. Swedora came right back in for Prater after Prater picked up the foul. Here's Commander on the drive and kick. Swidura for three. He got it. And now it's a 16-point Roosevelt lead. They are indeed starting to pull away from United International here late in the first half. Looking for the answer. Joseph airball on the three. And that's what's happening right now for the Eagle Rays. Nothing is going down for them. They've taken a fair amount of ill-advised shots, a lot of quick shots. Here's the press from UIC, and Roosevelt's able to break it. Montez, guarded by Jones. Works his way off to the right. Julio Montez, step back three, a high arcer misses. Rebound tipped around, Mitchell pulls it in, passes off to NG, and he's fouled. Good job by Mitchell keeping the ball alive. Montez, probably not the best shot attempt there, but it works out okay because the Lakers have done such a good job with the offensive rebounds, whether it's Mitchell or NG down there. And that time it was Mitchell passing to NG, who drew the foul. And he makes the first free throw. .340 to go, first half. Roosevelt has scored 8 consecutive points. Make it 9. 38-20, nearly doubling up the Eagle Rays now after they had made it a relatively tight game just a few minutes ago. Jones working hard against Montez, who has good defense on him. Step back jumper from 2-point range. Rolls off the backboard, no good. And it's one and done again for the Eagle Rays. The Lakers come away with it. Try to add a little bit more to their lead. They can make it a 20-point game here. Commander. Pass is intercepted by Inceraldi. The other direction, Inceraldi lays it in just ahead of Mitchell's outstretched hand. Near steal for David Lias, but Roosevelt beats the press. Now they've got 3-on-1. NG lays it up and in over Sorokin. Good job by Roosevelt playing the aggressive defense against the Eagle Rays there. A quick shot on the other end, misses from Nick Gravely. Good ball movement from the Lakers. Montez drives from the wing. Jump stop of the paint, kicked out to Commander. Three from the top, way off. Rebound goes to Lias. David Lias takes it in himself, and Lias up with the right hand. Good stretch. He gets back on the board, 40-24. Final 2 minutes plus of the first half. Montez gets the screen to the left. Montez into the paint. Outside Commander. Commander tries the three. No good. Rebound in Inceraldi. Roosevelt has gone ice cold from the field the last few minutes, letting United International hang around. Inceraldi makes it harder to hang around as he misses the shot. An interception, though, from Jones. Ahead for Lias, and Lias flushes it with the right. Steele turns into points. Frenetic first half continues. A lot of turnovers. That'll happen with two teams who like to pick up the pace. And a very aggressive UIC defense. Sangale NG bounces inside, and it's stolen by Inceraldi, who loses it right back. NG tries to throw it down, but he misses the dunk with the right hand. Lobbed ahead for Gravely. Gravely scores and gets the foul. UIC pulls within 12. This team has made a couple of good runs here in the first half. Down by 20 moments ago. Now just a 12-point game and a chance to make it 11 with Nick Gravely getting a free throw. They're down by 18. It's never 20. 18 was the max, but still a nice little run here for UIC. And they add one to it. 40-29. 81 seconds to play in the first half. Montez across half court. Picked up by Lias. Lakers are taking their time on this possession. Now Montez makes his move to his right. Picked up by Inceraldi, swung around to the left. Townsend loses the ball. Inceraldi dives on top of it, rolls it ahead for Jones. Jones is wrapped up and fouled by Daniel Reed. We'll see what the call is here. He went in with two hands. So this may be two shots and the ball. He really did not make a play on the ball at all on that play. Foul is on Reed, and they do call it an intentional foul, so it is going to be two shots on the ball for United International. That's the last thing that Roosevelt needed, a team that looked like they were putting away UIC early here, up by 18 with a couple of minutes to play in the first half. Eagle Rays have made a run. Now they're going to get a chance to really cut into this deficit, make it a single-digit game, although that doesn't help. Jones misses the first free throw. Second one for Jones, no good. So the Lakers gave the Eagle Rays a gift there. UIC didn't accept it. It's still their ball. They still can make it a single-digit deficit, but they really had a chance to cut a big hole into this deficit. Into Inceraldi, double-teamed in the paint. Now triple-teamed. He goes up anyway and scores. Santiago Inceraldi makes it a 9-point game. And Swedora is tripped up. He'll go to the free throw line on the other end. 1-1 coming up for Roosevelt. .44 seconds to go in the half. David Swedora is at the line. 1-1. And the front end is good, so we'll get one more. 41-31. Puts a halt to the Eagle Rays run. Second shot's good. So Swedora makes them both. Jordan Washington checks back in for UIC. Leas inbounds it to Washington, who gives it right back. David Leas in the bright green shoes, not quite Roosevelt green. But there is one Lakers player wearing the same shade. Sorokin on the wing, guarded by Mitchell, crosses over, spins into the paint, misses high off the backboard, and on a battle for the rebound, a foul is called on Roosevelt. This goes against David Swedora. The Lakers are over the limit. So free throws coming up for the Eagle Rays, or at least one free throw anyway. David Leas goes to the line, 1-1. .42-31, 23 seconds to go in the half. He misses the front end, so free throws are really hurting the Eagle Rays right now. They've had a chance to get back into it, but they've missed 3 straight foul shots, including the front end of a 1-1. Shot clock is off for Roosevelt, so it looks like they'll carry a double-digit lead into the second half. Montez down to the corner. Swedora for 3, it's good. And the Lakers lead by 14. Jones, 3/4 of the way down the floor, misses the shot in desperation at the end of the first, and we've reached halftime. Roosevelt 45, UIC 31. Lakers looked like they were pulling away. They had an 18-point lead. United made a run. They got within 9, but Roosevelt has scored the last 5 of the half. So as we go to the second, it will be a pretty good-sized lead for the Lakers as they try to pick up their 6th win of this young season. In about 15 minutes, I'll be back with some first half numbers and get you ready for the second half of basketball action here in Joliet. Game 2 of the night, Roosevelt leads UIC 45-31. Second half coming up between the Lakers of Roosevelt and the Eagle Rays of United International College. 45-31 is our score. Roosevelt is on top. Terry Bonadonna back with you on the call. An interesting first half. UIC played well at certain times. Didn't shoot particularly well. They didn't get a lot of good shots. Credit to Roosevelt's defense for that, but also for the fact that the Eagle Rays played quickly. They got a lot of quick shots up, and they tried to keep the pace moving pretty quickly, which they did. They forced a lot of turnovers. Roosevelt threatened to pull away a couple of times. Each time UIC made a run, the Lakers did close out the half, scoring the last 6 points. So we'll see if the Eagle Rays have an answer for them early in the seconds. We are underway. Two teams have flipped sides. UIC going right to left now. And Seralde backing in is fouled. Just 18 seconds into the half, a reach in from Maurice Commander. 20 on the shot clock for UIC underneath the basket. Got it into Seth Joseph, who swings it around. Caleb Jones was the best player on the floor for UIC in the first half, not so far in the second. He loses the handle on it. Montez on the other end, able to score despite the pressure from Inceralde. Nice job by Julio Montez. 47-31. The biggest lead for Roosevelt today has been 18. Inceralde hands it to Jones. Caleb Jones works his way inside, lays it up from the left side, no good. Rebound deflected around, and it finds its way to 40 Prater. Prater kicks it into the corner. Three-pointer Montez off the back rim, no good. And Jones taps the rebound right to Roosevelt. Prater lays it in. Jones had nobody around him. He could have just grabbed the ball. I don't think he realized that, though. So he tipped it out, but right to the waiting Prater, who took advantage. Two more for him. Here's Seth Joseph. Joseph backs his way in, kicks it out. Inceralde for three, no good. Rebound tipped, and a loose ball foul is called on the Lakers. This one goes on Malcolm Townsell, senior guard who transferred in from the College of Holy Cross. Inbounded to Joseph, hands it off to Nick Gravely. Inside Inceralde, backing in on Commander. Inceralde turns around and banks it in. Nice post move by Santiago Inceralde. United International has their first points of the second half. 49-33 our score. Lakers on top. They've led pretty much the whole way. Commander shovels it to Montez. Montez tries a three with Joseph on the defense. It's no good, but an offensive rebound for Malcolm Townsell. Roosevelt resets. Montez gets it up top to Commander. Commander drives, kicks down in the corner. Montez, step back three, no good. Offensive rebound, Mitchell back up and in. Cody Mitchell has been great on the offensive glass today. He scores two more, extends the lead back to 18. A foul called on Commander. 3 fouls this half. They've all been called on Roosevelt, none against UIC so far. Artem Sorokin will inbound. Into Seth Joseph, creating some space between himself and Mitchell. There's a handoff to Jones. Caleb Jones down to the corner. Inceralde for three. Rims out. Halfway down, didn't go. And Roosevelt comes up with the stop. They maintain their 18-point advantage. Pass deflected, still finds its way to Townsell, who passes back out to Commander. And Commander resets the offense. It's a screen from Mitchell, elects not to use it. Pull-up jumper for Commander, comes up short. Seth Joseph takes it the other way. Gravely drives the left hand, stripped by Montez. Pushed ahead, and an easy 2 points on the two-handed dunk from Malcolm Townsell. It's a 20-point game. Roosevelt extends their lead. Knocked away from Jones, and in the fight for the loose ball, a foul is called on 40 Prater. Fourth foul of the half already on Roosevelt, 3.5 minutes in. Lakers were up by 14 at the break. They've extended it already to 20. Sorokin works his way down into the far corner. Sorokin passes to the cutting Joseph, who's not able to finish at the rim. Here come the Lakers, and a foul called on the Eagle Rays as Commander is knocked to the ground by Seth Joseph. So foul on Joseph. Roosevelt will inbound from the sideline, ahead by 20. David Swedura is the inbounder. Into Montez, back near the half-court line. Montez walks it up to the three-point line, passes off to his right. Townsell. Townsell down the lane, floats it up and in. Nice drive by Malcolm Townsell, who has scored the last 4 for the Lakers. Inceraldi gives it up to Sorokin. Artem Sorokin fires to his right. It's Nick Gravely. Gravely steps inside the three-point arc, gives it to the cutting Jones. Jones finishes, and he's fouled. Daniel Reed tried to take the charge, but he was in the restricted area. So Jones gets the contact and then finishes at the rim pretty much uncontested. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. Caleb Jones has been a double-digit scorer today, and he adds one more point. 55-36 after the three-point play, 15:42 on the clock. Sorokin steps up to pressure Swedura. Full court press has not been quite as active here in the second half for UIC. Montez picks up his dribble, looking around, finds Swedura on his left. Down to the baseline, it's Engie. Kicks it out to Montez. Three-pointers and air ball. Rebounded by Jones. Jones lofts it ahead to Gravely. Downstairs, Joseph. Seth Joseph, turn around, no, but a foul. Eagle Rays have been taking it to this Lakers defense in the second half. The results haven't always been there, but they've already drawn 6 fouls in less than 5 minutes. So Seth Joseph will get 2 shots from the line. Down by 19. First attempt is good. 55-37, 15-10 to play. One more shot coming up for Joseph. First game of the season for United International, even though they've got International right there in their team name, their school name. Their first game outside of Florida this year. They've got, of course, today and tomorrow here in Joliet, and then they're back to Florida for the next 2 months. (55-38). Montez is able to get it across half court around Lias and out of the way of the press. Out to Swedura, who misses the three-pointer. Rolled around the rim, didn't go. Gravely tries the three. Contested three-pointer with Swedura's hand in his face, no good, but the rebound is thrown away. Eagle Rays get another chance at it, and this time Gravely knocks down the three. 55-41 every time Roosevelt pulls away. UIC gets themselves back in it. There's a foul called on the Eagle Rays. It was a 14-point game at halftime. Lead went up to 20 for Roosevelt. Now it's back to 14 again. 14:35 to play in regulation. 20 points was the biggest of the game for the Lakers, who led by as many as 18 in the first half. Before that lead was chipped away at, they had to build it up again. Here's Montez. They got it across half court cleanly this time. Montez on the left wing takes a step up to the three-point line, fires a three. It's good. Big three-pointer from Julio Montez as UIC started to take some of the momentum away. Roosevelt gets it back. Joseph gives it to Gravely. Gravely dribbles it off his thigh. Loose ball is picked up by Swedura. Ahead to Townsell, and Malcolm Townsell lays it in from the left side. And now the lead is back to 19 for Roosevelt. When they have scored in bunches today. Jones spins around the defender, gets inside, has it ripped away by Sangale Ng. 2-on-1. Ahead for Reed, the layup is good off the assist from Montez. Eagle Rays try to respond quickly. Inceraldi blocked from behind by Ng. And now the Lakers are pulling away again. Reed out to Ng, thought about the three, decides to drive instead, bounce to the wide open Townsell. An easy layup and timeout is called. 13:27 to play, and Roosevelt has taken over very quickly. They've scored 9 in a row, and they've been doing it throughout this game. They have scored in bunches, as I said just a moment ago. And here, as United International started to make a game out of it, came back from 20 down to make it 14, a 9-0 run in the blink of an eye. And Roosevelt now has their biggest lead of the night, 64-41. We know that this Lakers team can score. They've scored at least 90 points in 3 of their first 6 games. They've scored at least 80 in 4 of those games, and they scored over 100 in 1 of them. Came into play today averaging 82 points per game, shooting 47% from the field and 40% from three-point range. It's highly likely that they'll go over that 82-point mark today. Oh, I guess it's a long way to go. Not guaranteed by any means, but they're certainly on the pace for it right now. They have had a few cold stretches in this game. I think a big part of that is just what's happening with United International. When the Eagle Rays are playing well offensively, they get a chance to set themselves up on defense. Roosevelt's had a little trouble with it. But when they have forced a few turnovers, they've gotten out and running, and they have been able to put up big numbers in short periods of time. Currently on a 9-0 run, and they put on the full court press, but UIC gets it in cleanly. This is Jordan Washington walking it up across the timeline, guarded by Daniel Reed. Washington nearly lost it, gets the ball back though, in control with the right hand. Washington picks up his dribble and bounces it in tight to Phillips. Sean Phillips, turnaround, no. Gets his own rebound, fights it up again, and draws the foul. Sean Phillips Jr. is headed to the free throw line. 2 shots coming up for him. 23-point lead for Roosevelt. They're on a 9-0 run. Phillips has a chance to end that run right now with 13:06 to play. And the first free throw is good. Both of these teams are at it again tomorrow. UIC has the early game. It's 12:30 Central Time. They'll take on the University of St. Francis, who fell in overtime today to St. Thomas. St. Thomas is the afternoon opponent of Roosevelt tomorrow. It's a 2:30 start time. Both free throws are good from Phillips, so that ends the Roosevelt run. Lakers have the ball back, though, trying to start another one. Montez around a screen, nearly stolen by Inceraldi. He's able to get it off to Ng. Sangale Ng jump stop, loses the ball out of bounds. The Lakers turn it over. And we're getting back into that style of play that the Lakers haven't been as comfortable with in this game. Their half-court game has only been okay. It's when they've been able to run out in transition that they have dominated. Washington, crossover, gets inside, throws it off the backboard, no good. Inceraldi there for the rebound. He misses. Third chance. Phillips is fouled. Phillips goes back to the free throw line. 8 fouls already this half on Roosevelt. Sean Phillips Jr. made 2 of 2 from the line just moments ago, and he's got 2 more free throws now. First shot from Phillips is good. First trip that United International has ever made to St. Francis. Roosevelt's been here plenty. For one more year, a conference rival of the host St. Francis. They'll be back later this year in February. They're scheduled to play a game here against St. Francis. Second free throw misses from Phillips. So he goes 3 of 4 on his 2 trips. It's a 20-point game, 12.5 minutes on the clock. Montez backs in on Gravely. Turn around to the left side. Handoff to Commander. Here's Cody Mitchell. Shovels it to Montez. Nice fake from Montez down to the corner. Commander offers a good fake himself, but his three-pointer isn't as good. Well short. Quick pass going the other direction. Lias scores and one. David Lias heads to the line. These fouls have certainly been an issue for the Lakers. They've got a big lead right now, but the Eagle Rays are already in the double bonus, and they have gotten themselves to the line with regularity already in this second half. Although that doesn't help them as much. Lias misses the free throw. 64-46, 12 minutes to go. When you got a big lead like this, though, sometimes it feels like the only thing that can get in your way is scoring with the clock stopped, as the layup is good from Townsell. So they want to prevent UIC from getting back to the line. Roosevelt has not gotten to the line much, but they haven't needed to. That last drive showed why. Beautiful finish from Malcolm Townsell. Now Inceraldi's in some trouble, has nothing to do but throw it towards the hoop. Really an off-balance shot from Inceraldi there, but there was nobody there to help, and he didn't want the 5-second call, so he just tossed it towards the rim, and he commits a foul on defense after Roosevelt secured the rebound. Just the third foul this half on United International. 11.5 minutes to play in the game. There's a drive from Commander. Commander backs it up again. Good defense from Sean Phillips. Commander along the baseline, bounces it out to Mitchell. It's intercepted by Inceraldi. Washington pushes ahead. Nick Gravely, three-pointer, was tipped. Rebound grab by Jordan Washington. Shot clock does not reset. Only a few seconds had run off of it prior to the shot. Inceraldi spins inside and lays it in. Nice move by Santiago Inceraldi. 18-point game. Feels like it's been an 18-point game forever. Maybe 21 now. Nope, the three-pointer misses from Townsell. And again, the Eagle Rays are off to the races. Washington moved a little bit too fast for his own good. Lost the ball. Here's Prater going the other way. Prater's foul. Off the turnover, the Lakers are able to earn themselves a pair of free throws. 40 Prater's got 2 shots coming his way. First free throw is good, 67-48. 10:40 to play in the second half. Prater, Montez, Commander, Mitchell, and Townsell, the 5 starters on the floor for Roosevelt. Gravely, Washington, Inceraldi, Lias, and Phillips are out there for UIC. Lias looking for help, finds Jordan Washington. Now gets the screen. Washington drives, right side, layup, good. Good drive, Jordan Washington. Back to 18. Montez walks the sideline, cuts it back towards the middle of the court. His bounce pass looking for the cutting Townsell is intercepted. Inceraldi holds on the wing, cross court to Washington. Washington, step back for 3, good. And now it's just a 15-point game. UIC has made another run. Amazing how often they've been able to do this. There have been times where it's felt like Roosevelt was about to open up a 30-point lead. It hasn't happened. UIC has hung around. Prater gets the contact, no call as he misses the shot. Mitchell gets the rebound and scores. Cody Mitchell has made his living today grabbing offensive rebounds. He's in double figures scoring. Drive from Lias, and he's blocked by Mitchell, who saves it from going out of bounds. Pushed ahead, Montez. Montez, yes, and a foul. Maybe now's the time Roosevelt builds on that run and opens up a huge lead. It's already pretty big now at 19. UIC hasn't been able to make the big run. They've cut into this deficit a number of times, but haven't gotten it down to 2 possessions or even 3 in a while. Last time it was that close was late in the first half when they were down by 9 prior to 6 straight points for Roosevelt. So 1 free throw coming after the shot was made. We're looking at the jersey of Julio Montez. And it looks like he's going to have to go over to the trainer's room. I don't know if they need to clean something off of there or what's the case, but it looked like maybe there was something loose on his jersey. Whether it's something that needs to be cleaned off of it or something that just needs to be adjusted. He'll get that looked at. He'll come back and he'll get a free throw. A chance to make it a 20-point game. Montez quickly back on the floor. So now he'll get to take his free throw. 9:18 to play. Second half, big lead for the Lakers of Roosevelt, playing as the home team today. They take on number 14, St. Thomas, tomorrow. A chance to make some noise. St. Thomas looked beatable today. Sent the game to overtime with a last-second three-pointer and then won in overtime. Intercepted. And a foul called as Kanai Acree took that ball out of the air and then got tripped up. So now the fouls are starting to even out a little bit. Roosevelt had committed just 2 fouls by the time that, or I should say Roosevelt had committed 9 fouls. UIC only had 2. Now all of a sudden it's 9-5, the foul situation. Elias Vera is on the defense of Julio Montez here. It's Vera's first appearance in today's game. Bounced into Cody Mitchell. Mitchell backs in on Sorokin. Turnaround with the right hand is good. Cody Mitchell has been very good today. 72-53 our score. 74-53 now after that made bucket. Samuel Swolf crosses over to his right. Fadeaway jumper from the baseline. Falls through. Nice move by Swolf. Got it back to 19. Mitchell backs in on Artem Sorokin. Mitchell double team. Swolf comes in with a help. Mitchell takes the shot anyway. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Vera. Elias Vera slows it down. Sorokin to his left. This is Swolf. Swolf at the free throw line. Takes a step back behind the three-point arc. Now a drive and kick. Sorokin three-pointer. No good. Mitchell grabs the loose ball. Under 8 minutes to play in the game. Roosevelt again threatening to put it away once and for all. Foul coming up on the floor here. Prater drew the contact from Sorokin. Made the shot, but it doesn't count. It's the 7th foul on United International. So that means free throws here for Prater. 1-1. Front end goes down. He'll get one more. Prater's a perfect 3 of 3 on free throws in this game. He's extended the lead back to 20. (76-55) as Prater adds 2. Swolf on the wing. Hands it off to Elias Vera. Vera carries it up top. Fires it back to his left. Swolf thought about the 3, instead bounces it down low. Sorokin backing in, a sea of white shirts, not able to make the shot off the backboard, but an offensive rebound grabbed by Nick Gravely. Flipped outside, it's Jordan Washington. Washington loses the ball, picked up by Prater. Prater going 1-on-2, gives it up to Montez, and Montez lays it in. Both defenders went after the ball. Good awareness by Prater to find the cutting Montez, who was able to finish it off. Swolf nearly traveled. Give it up to Elias Vera. Vera off balance, out of control, blocked by Swidora. Swidora ahead for Prater. Prater working against Gravely, spins and passes to Montez, who lays it in. Second straight Montez from Prater connection, and a timeout called by UIC. Just under 7 minutes to play, and it is turning into a runaway, perhaps once and for all. 80-55. Roosevelt has the lead. You start to get into the later minutes of a game like this, and maybe Dee Brown, the second-year head coach of Roosevelt, will have a chance to use some of his reserves, knowing that he's got another game coming up not too long from now, just about 16 hours away. Any chance you can get to rest your starters an extra minute or two when you have two games in less than 24 hours, you'll take it. Winning or losing, Jonathan Hevia is not going to have the same opportunity for UIC. They just don't have enough bodies on the bench. Just 10 players. They've all played today. 5 of them are in right now, not surprisingly. Vera, Washington, Gravely, Sorokin, and Swolf. Gravely in possession of the ball, gives it up to Sorokin, who was trying to get it back to Vera, who wasn't looking. Ball is intercepted by Daniel Reed, and Reed lays it in. Shane Stevenson is in for Roosevelt. Sorokin muscles his way inside and banks it high off the glass. Here comes Daniel Reed. Cross half court to Swidora. Reed, Swidora. Ng receives the pass outside. Acree and Stevenson are the 5 on the floor for Roosevelt. Swidora inside to Acree, gives it to Shane Stevenson, cutting down the lane, and Stevenson floats it in. Shane Stevenson is on the board for the first time, 27-point lead for the Lakers. Sorokin fakes left, dribbles right, and he's fouled on the floor by Ng. That's the 10th foul on Roosevelt. Artem Sorokin is going to the free throw line. He'll get 2 shots. 5:51 to play in the second half. Roosevelt led by 14 at halftime. Started to pull away quickly in the second half. Roosevelt has made, or excuse me, UIC has made a couple of runs. They've made it interesting a few times, but they've never lasted more than a few minutes, those runs. Roosevelt has been able to keep themselves at a distance. Cottrell Weekly checks in, so Dee Brown is emptying his bench a little bit. Aiden Campos, first time we've seen either of them. A couple of freshmen. Second shot good from Sorokin. He makes 1 of 2, and he checks out as Seth Joseph returns to the floor. 5 subs out there for Dee Brown's Roosevelt Lakers. UIC keeps the press on. Lakers beat it. It's thrown away. That was Kanai Acree looking outside for Campos. The two of them not on the same page, so the ball goes straight out of bounds for a turnover. Vera hands it to Gravely. Gravely gets a screen going to his left. Passed out to Swolf. Swolf steps back behind the three-point line, fires to his left. Gravely with 11 to shoot. Along the baseline, turns and fires it back out to Seth Joseph. Joseph on the move, fires it up with the right hand and scores. Here's the press across to Reed, and Reed fires across the half-court line. Nice job by Daniel Reed. Acree throws it out to Shane Stevenson. Stevenson backs it on the much smaller Elias Vera. Now picked up by Seth Joseph, and his shot misses. Rebound to Swolf, pushed ahead. It's Gravely. Nick Gravely trying to create space. Out of control on that shot. Throws it off the backboard, no good. Lobbed ahead by Acree to Weekly, and Cottrell Weekly scores his first 2 points of the game. Freshman out of Michelle Clark, Magnet High School. Vera is being pressured by Weekly. He's able to get it away to his right. Seth Joseph. Joseph gets the screen, working to the baseline, fights up a shot, no good. Rebound tipped around and scooped up by Weekly. Weekly puts the ball behind his back. Bounced ahead for Campos, and Campos scores. So Aiden Campos is on the board now. Everybody on the floor has scored for Roosevelt. I believe everybody who's appeared in today's game for Roosevelt has scored at least once. Acree has called for the foul. Actually, I think Kenai Acree has not, now that I think about it. So Acree is the one still looking. He's got a little bit of time to get some points. Under 4 minutes to play, just barely under 4. 88-60. Swolf makes the first free throw. Just after 10 o'clock here in the Central Time Zone. This one started about 40 minutes late, as the previous game went to overtime. Wolf makes both free throws. And Roosevelt is able to beat the press. Daniel Reed fires inside to Shane Stevenson. Tried for the quick pass out to Aiden Campos, but he missed Campos, hit the backboard instead. He's fortunate they're able to keep the possession alive as Acree misses the three-pointer, and it trickles out of bounds. Eagle Rays ball. I saw the name Eagle Rays. I thought they were just trying to combine the names of different animals. Maybe going for quantity over quality, but it turns out an eagle ray is an actual type of fish. It's a type of stingray. Swolf drives to the bucket and lays it in. You would not find eagle rays in the lake. So these two water-based nicknames are incompatible with one another. The Lakers, of course, refers to Lake Michigan. Shane Stevenson knocks down a three. Roosevelt's campus, located right off the lake downtown in Chicago. Washington over to Swolf. Crossover to his left. Underhanded toss right back to Seth Joseph. Joseph drives with the left hand. Winged outside. Wolf for three. Short. Rebound Acree. Pushed ahead for Cottrell Weekly, and Weekly takes advantage of the fact that he was all alone in the front court. A two-handed dunk for Cottrell Weekly. And the lead is up to 29 for Roosevelt. They're knocking at the door of the century mark, trying to get to 100 for the second time this year. Washington loses control, gets it back, gives to Nick Gravely. Over to Swolf. Here's Vera on the left. Elias Vera bounces it down low. Seth Joseph backing in on Shane Stevenson, makes a nice move to his right and hooks it in. Good post move from Seth Joseph. Roosevelt works quickly ahead to Shane Stevenson. Stevenson takes it in, scores, and a blocking foul called on the Eagle Rays. Vera tried to take the charge. Or was that Washington? Tried to take the charge. Wasn't able to get in the way of Shane Stevenson enough. Stevenson, 6'7" tall, came barreling down. Had a huge advantage going to the rim. Now he's got one free throw, a chance at a three-point play. He's already scored two on this possession. He misses the foul shot. So Roosevelt still 5 away from that 100-point marker. Under 2 minutes to play in the game. Jordan Washington speeds his way inside, out to Lias, who misses the three, knocked out of bounds. Roosevelt ball. Ever since D. Brown went to his bench, these Lakers subs have really been scoring at will. Impressive from what is essentially the third unit. Vera jumps the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with the Lakers, 19 on the shot clock. Weekly sends it into the backcourt for Daniel Reed. Reed bounces into Stevenson. Stevenson backs in on Joseph, up with the right hand, misses it. Rebound tipped outside. Reed will try it again for Roosevelt, and Reed connects on his jumper. 97-66, 80 seconds to play. Joseph has made some nice moves down low lately. Now he's got the ball on the outside. Spins into the paint, kicks it out to Swolf. Swolf, crossover, step back, long two. Off the back iron, no good, but a late foul is called. And Samuel Swolf will go to the free throw line. 97-66, a 31-point lead for Roosevelt. 63 seconds to play. Samuel Swolf didn't get a lot of playing time early. Jonathan Hevia has gone to his bench here late in the second half with the game out of reach, and Swolf's gotten a lot of action. He's forced a lot of action. He's been aggressive with the ball in his hands. He's gotten himself to the free throw line a few times. Makes 1 of 2 here, and Stevenson grabs the rebound. So Roosevelt's lead is 30 in the final minute of basketball today. Latrell Weekly hounded by Elias Vera and just barely beat the 10-second clock across half court. Stevenson works against Seth Joseph, gets around Joseph and lays it in. Nice move by Shane Stevenson. Talk about a guy who's been very active since checking in late. Here's Joseph. Joseph drives. Joseph off the glass and in. The shot clock is on here, 4-second difference. So Roosevelt will need to get at least one more shot up here, barring a turnover. Latrell Weekly inside the three-point line, kicks it out to Reed. Thought about the three, instead takes the jumper from the free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Jordan Washington. Washington runs across half court, picks up the pace. 4 defenders in front of him. So it looks like the Eagle Rays will dribble it out, and they'll take the loss by 30, 99-69. Our final score today, Roosevelt takes the opener of the USF Thanksgiving Classic, and they improve to 6-1 on the season. They'll play tomorrow and try to make it a perfect day against St. Thomas. Good game tomorrow scheduled for 2:30. 2 teams who were victorious today. St. Thomas, number 14 in the country, won in overtime this evening, and Roosevelt just outside the top 25, picked up a dominant victory here in the late night contest. So they'll go head-to-head tomorrow at 2:30. And United International will get a chance to try to pick up their first win of the week tomorrow as they take on St. Francis. Both of those teams lost today, so both of them will be playing for a lot, trying to salvage the weekend by taking their finale. That game is at 12:30 tomorrow. We'll have the coverage of both games right here on the USF Sports Network. You can tune in through GoFightingSaints.com, the St. Francis YouTube page. Once again, our final score at 99-69. The Lakers of Roosevelt take out the Eagle Rays of United International College. Back at it tomorrow with a doubleheader at 12:30 and, barring overtime, 2:30 start time in game number 2. That'll do it for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Until tomorrow afternoon, this is Terry Bonadonna signing off from the University of St. Francis. Enjoy what's left of your Saturday night.